back with another video for you. And as you can see, we are not in Horror Haven. We are actually at a Days in one of the most haunted locations in the U.S. We are in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I'm gonna take my glasses off because of the glare. There we go, it's better. We are actually in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It's really close to where I live, and my girlfriend and I, we like to come down from time to time and just have a weekend getaway. This is the hotel we like to frequent, and so yeah, we came down last night, Halloween in Gettysburg. Unfortunately, nothing really happened, but we still got a couple more days, so hopefully I can get some footage on camera. But no. So as you can see, this is in Horror Haven, but hey, it's away. It's a place of zen, so you know what? Not too shabby. So anyway, all that being said, this is another movie review for you. And in this movie review, before I tell you what it is, you're going to see in the description, but stop this, go see it, it just came out, and come back, tell me what you think about it yourselves, and just go see this movie. Now with all that being said, what movie am I talking about? You already know. Boom. Terminator Dark Fate. Where do I begin with Terminator Dark Fate? Yo, this movie, oh God, it's so good. In my opinion, it's a fucking masterpiece. I mean, this movie had action. This movie had fucking storyline. Arnold was great in it. Fucking Linda Hamilton coming back and reprising her role as Sarah Connor was just fucking iconic. And let me tell you something. She was a bad bitch. Sarah Connor was a bad bitch. I would not want to fuck with her. So, basically, this movie almost did what Halloween 2018 did last year, where it only followed Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. So everything after Terminator 2 didn't happen. So Terminator 3 didn't happen. Terminator Genesis didn't fucking happen. And oh God, that dumpster fire of a Terminator Salvation didn't happen. So basically, the movie starts off with a clip from Terminator 2 when they're interrogating Sarah about the end of the world, you know, where she's like, those who ain't wearing 2 million sunblock is going to have a real bad day, get it? You know, she said, you think you're saving a life, you know, you're already dead. So, it starts off with that. And before I get to it, that part I didn't ruin because it's in part 2. You all know that your boy Horror Gamer's reviews have spoilers all day, every day. So, this is your warning. I told you already to go see the movie. This is your warning. From here on out, I'm not going to go into full detail of the movie, but I will be discussing spoilers. I'll be giving some shit away, so go see this movie. So anyway, with all that being said, this is your time to stop it. I'll give you a second. Alright, that's it. So, the movie starts off after that. It takes place right after the events of Terminator 2. Sarah and John save the world, and then they go off to, I guess it's Cancun or something, to like kind of like take a break. And it shows Sarah sitting there at a bar drinking a beer, and John's up there hitting on the Mexican girl. And then out of nowhere, fucking Arnold comes out, and he's a new model Terminator, like it's a different T-800, and fucking blows John Connor away. John Connor dies. So the resistance never happens. John Connor gets killed within the first 2 minutes of the movie. Done. No more John Connor. So this movie actually takes place. There's no Skynet. There was no John Connor. There was no resistance. There's a new, there's no more Skynet, but it's called Legion. I think it was called Legion, and it was computers built for war. Well, they turn on the humans, and then now there's a new. She wasn't a Terminator that was sent back to protect the girl in the preview. She was a human that's been enhanced, so she was quicker, faster, stronger, but she could still die, unlike the Terminator. And then the Terminator who was sent back to kill her, he was a bad motherfucker too. He had the ability to, his exoskeleton, like his skeleton would detach from the body. So in hindsight, he was two Terminators rolled into one. He could be at two places at one time. Like there's a scene where he's chasing down the freeway and he detaches from his body. So his skeleton's driving the truck and he's on top of the truck trying to like make him wreck the fucking truck. So that was pretty cool, and he's just unkillable. Like no matter what you do to this fucking thing, you can't kill it. So basically the story is the girl Terminator, the girl super soldier comes back through time and tries to protect this Mexican girl who has no idea what's going on. It's basically the plot of Terminator 1 amped up. Except for this time, Kyle Reese is there's the girl, I forget her name, I was so amped up. And this Terminator is out to kill, and the Spanish girl's like Sarah Connor. So the whole movie, they're running. And Sarah Connor comes into play because she gets these text messages from a random number that tells her coordinates, and then at the bottom it says for John each time. So she goes to these coordinates, it's another Terminator, she kills it. So she got the coordinates to this, and then she gets mixed in with the Grace was her name. Her name was Grace, the female super soldier who's stepped back in time to save this girl, Danny. And so she gets intertwined with them, and she wants to kill this Terminator, but they don't know how. So Danny grabs Sarah Connor's phone and kind of does some futuristic shit to it to find out who's been texting her, and they get a location, and it also is the location that Grace was told to go if she needs help protecting Danny. So they go, it's in Laredo, Texas. And who is it? It's in the preview, it's fucking Arnold, okay? But here, it's the Arnold that killed John Connor at the beginning of the movie. He's aged. He even has a fucking family in this one, okay? A family. It's fucking weird. And he's trying to, like, live a human life. Like, he's learning and evolving. And he actually grew emotion, if that's the right term for it. Or he learned emotion. So he was the one sending Sarah Connor these text messages because he plainly said right out, I want to help you in your mission to stop these Terminators. That he felt bad basically that he killed John at the beginning of the movie. He was just following orders. So now he's trying to justify that, not justify it, but make things right, so to say, with Sarah by helping her destroy these Terminators. I don't know. He wants her to complete her mission in life. So they get together, you know, here, and this fucking thing is after him the whole movie. Like, there's no getting away from this fucking thing. I mean, there's a scene where they're in this big fucking jet, this big plane, and he comes with another big plane and runs into it, and everything's blowing up around everybody. Fucking, this movie is action fucking packed. But you know what? When James Cameron gets a hold of the project and Tim Miller, the guy who directed Deadpool was fucking fantastic. So I had a feeling, I had a hankering that this movie was going to be good. And let me tell you something, this movie did not disappoint at all. This movie was amazing. Like, my girlfriend loved it. She thought it was, I mean, I was walking over to the theater, she was into the movie. I'm sitting there all wide-eyed. Like, this movie was the best Terminator since Terminator 2. All the other garbage that was after Terminator 2, even though Terminator 3 wasn't awful, but everything out, like Terminator Salvation was garbage, like hot flaming garbage out of a fucking burnt dumpster. Like, it was terrible. Genesis was, I mean, Arnold was in it, that was the only upside. And yeah, Khaleesi was in it from Game of Thrones, but I mean, yeah, her portrayal of Sarah Connor wasn't the best. But you bring back Linda fucking Hamilton to fucking come back and play Sarah Connor. Let me tell you, like I said in the beginning, she is a bad bitch. She goes toe to toe with this Terminator numerous times. And like, she don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? She's doing everything she can to protect the girl now too, because the Grace asked Sarah, she's like, why do you care so much? And Sarah straight up looked at her and said, because I was her, and I know it sucks. That was the reason. That's the only reason she wanted to help. Well, that plus, you know, saving billions of lives. Because then we find out towards the end of the movie, Danny, the girl, actually sent Grace back through time to save her because Terminator 1 effect. Danny in this time period wasn't ready, but Danny in the future time period, where Legion and all them are, she's the general now. Like in the beginning, it was we all know in the first Terminator they sent Arnold back to kill Sarah Connor because of John Connor. John Connor sent her back, but this time Danny sent Grace back to protect her so she could start the revolution against Legion. So amazing fucking storyline. The action was good. The guy who played the fucking the evil Terminator, you might recognize him from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when he played Ghost Rider, but he was a badass. I liked him in it. Arnold, always a fucking pleasure to see Arnold in anything regarding Terminator, you know. He gets his ass whooped in it too, but he kicks a whole lot of ass too. And then that new girl, I forget her name, but Grace, the girl who played Grace, she was awesome. I mean, I know she's in like upcoming movies and shit, but this is her movie right here. I hope they somehow manage to bring her back for another one, if they make another one. But if they do, don't expect to see Arnold, because I have a feeling that there was a little bit of dialogue in this movie, just a little bit, Arnold says, that makes me think that it was basically his goodbye to the fans. There was a scene where he was hugging his family and he told his family, you know, the time has come, the time I've been running from is here, you know. And he says, I won't be back. And I think that little dialogue right there, that I won't be back, is basically his goodbye to everything. Not just his on-screen family, but it's to the fans who've been following this franchise since day one. And that's a cool little send-off that he said. And then at the end of the movie, there's this, you know, they had the big epic fight scene. And Danny ends up stabbing the Terminator with Grace's power cord, because Grace sacrifices herself basically to save Danny. So Danny stabs the Terminator in the face with his power cord, and it, you know, it's shaking and stuff. But then Arnold comes in and like tackles him over the edge because it's still going after Danny. And basically Arnold sacrifices himself to kill this Terminator, and he looks up at Sarah Connor right when he's getting ready to, like, as he's dying, and he looks up to Sarah Connor. And they're playing the epic, you know, the traditional the Terminator theme. He looks up at Sarah Connor and says, for John. And then he sacrifices himself. And I'll tell you what, man, as a fan of the Terminator 2, when he sacrificed himself at the end, and he put the thumbs up, dude, I almost cried like a little bitch. And in this one, when he looked up at Sarah Connor, he looked at her in the eye and said, for John, and sacrificed himself again, and they had that Terminator music, I almost cried like a little bitch, man. There's something about, I'm like, you bastards, why do you do this to these, you know? But it was such a good movie. That scene was really heartfelt, you know, and it was just, the movie all in all was just phenomenal. I definitely recommend you go see it. I know this is a little bit different than my normal reviews. I normally review horror movies, but this was actually a request from my boy Eric from Hey Internet Eric here. So Eric, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you haven't seen it though, I'm telling you, there's spoilers, so go watch it. But this is for you, buddy. And this is for all of you. Go out there, fucking watch Terminator, man. It is an amazing movie. You won't be disappointed. It's fucking Tim Miller at his best. James Cameron coming back, boy, you know, taking control of this project. Definitely worth the watch. And I'll tell you what, your boy Hargame is gonna go see it again in theaters too, sooner than what people think. I'm talking about maybe in the next few days. But all right, horror, that was my review on Terminator Dark Fate. Hope you enjoyed it. Get out there, get your asses to the theater, have a night out with your girlfriend, your buddies, whatever. Go see this movie, come back, leave it in the description box what you guys thought. or the comment section what you guys thought. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the dingly ding ding button. That way, when your boy Horror Gamer comes out with more videos, you're not left in the dark. But alright, Horror Horde. With all that being said, I'm going to get back to my vacation. Look for a video in a couple days. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I got something for you. So until next time, as always, Horror Horde, it's your boy Horror Gamer saying I love you. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for taking the time. And until next time, as always, don't fear the darkness. Embrace it.